Click, click, clap. Oh, no exit that way. What's going on, guys? I am SimpleSimon, and today I'm going somewhere new. I'm starting to feel like some of these vlogs are getting a little stale because, you know, I'm not always going to new places. Sometimes I'm going to the same places you've seen before, and maybe you're getting bored. You want to see those new places, right? So today I'm going to a pop-up shop. A pop-up shop is definitely new because, you know, I guess it's called a pop-up. There's a gentleman named Jamie. I've met him at a lot of the comic fairs, as well as I think he had a stall set up with Billy at Oz Comic Con maybe. He's often selling at Yarraville Comic and Toy Fair. He does comic books, he does some collectibles, he does a lot of trading cards and things. On Instagram, he's known as ECLECTABLE. So you can follow him there if you want to check out his stuff. But I saw him make a post saying that he's going to be doing a pop-up shop out in West Melbourne today. So I was like, well, I've got today off. It's my vlog day. So we're going to go check it out. He sent me a video of like a little tour of what he's got there. So he does have some comic books there. He's got some toys and he's got a lot of trading cards. But first, before I go there, I'm going to go to Big City Comics to say hi, Mark. Quick shout out to my Minions. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you're interested in exclusive members only videos, extended episodes of The Noob, and exclusive emojis, hit the join button to find out more about channel membership. But remember, your membership is not required. The best way to support the channel is by liking and commenting on videos. Hi, Mark.
Hi, peroxide boy. Thank you.
Hi, Jonah. Oi, you working or you texting?
Bit of both.
Hey, what's that art you got there, Mark? What's going on there? Did you draw that?
No, I didn't draw that.
What is it?
Well, that's an art that a friend of mine gave me.
Does your friend happen to be a famous barbarian? All right, so we're done at Big City. I picked up my books. Bumped into some cool people. Jonah was there doing some work, and Dragon the Barbarian was there, but he didn't like his face being shown. But he had some cool art of his to show us. So now we're off to West Melbourne, and we're going to check out Collectables pop-up. Let's go. All right, so I arrived in West Melbourne. Now I got to tell you, I don't know anything about West Melbourne. If you ask me about it, I'll tell you, I don't know. It's west of Melbourne, but that's about all I can tell you. So I thought I'd take a shot of the surroundings to remember it by. And here I am walking into the shop in first person mode, giving you a real feel of what it's like to be SimpleSimon. It's me. Now there was actually quite a few people in the shop when I walked in, so Jamie was kind of busy chatting away with them, so I just did my thing and started filming. I did give Jamie a heads up, letting him know that I was coming in and if it was okay to do the video, and he gave me the okay. So as you can see, everything. Look at these loose figures. That's what I like. He had a ton of these old magazines. I used to collect those Beckett magazines back when I used to collect basketball cards back in the 92, 93 Upper Deck days, back when Michael Jordan was at his peak. Those were the good old days of basketball. Now, Jamie's very big on his trading cards. In fact, he was telling me that's pretty much what he's more into now. So he had plenty of Pokemon. If you're into collecting Pokemon cards, he also had heaps and heaps of old basketball cards as well. So if that's your thing, definitely worth checking it out. So as you can see, there's plenty of stuff for everybody. You got old collectible cups, you got plushies, you've even got cars for the car guys. I actually know quite a few people who only collect die-cast cars because they love cars. Sarah loves the movie cars, and look at that, there's a Snickers car. I like Snickers. I would drive that. He even had merchandise from the Bee movie. Who doesn't love that? You've got some Adventure Time there, some of those soda cans. Wait, is that comic books in the background? He had comic books. Before we show you the comic books, here's something for the footy guys and some more trading card accessories. But here we go, here come the comic books. Let's have a flick through and see what we can do a random pull of. What's this? We got some Tomb Raider. Ooh, don't know who did that cover. Don't think it was a Michael Turner, but what's this? Oh, remember when this book had its day in the sun? Then we got more. What's next? Oh, Robin issue 1. That's the first appearance of Flatline. Definitely a key you need. And second appearance of Deadpool for $15. That's a bargain. But he also had actual bangers like first Spider-Gwen, first Harley Quinn, Wolverine issue 1. So if you're a comic book collector, this is still a place worth going to. Got first Carnage there. You got first Gwenpool down the bottom. You got another Wolverine 1, First Umbrella Academy. Now Jamie actually told me he's getting out of comic books, so he's actually selling off his collection, and that's what we're looking at here. Remember this? It was the spec book of 2021. Back then it was a $400 book, now $20, baby. Oh, was that 50% off as well? I should have bought that. That's right, baby, he even had Hot Toys. And these loose figures were so great, look how cheap they are. $15 for a Marvel Legends, $5 for this little Harley. The price was really great and I actually really had a good look at a lot of these loose figures. Now this right here was my childhood. Michael Jordan was an absolute king back then. I used to collect these cards. That one at the back there, second from the left, 92-93 Upper Deck, baby. Hashtag basketball guy. Oh, and he even had wrestling cards, as you can see there. He had all kinds of cards, but you know what he didn't have? He didn't have NBL cards. Remember the NBL? I'd pay top dollar for an Andrew Gaze card. If you know who Andrew Gaze is, well then you're cool, but if you don't know, he was the greatest Australian basketballer of all time. He was the Michael Jordan of Australian basketball, and he had grey hair and looked like he was 50. And he actually won an NBA championship from the bench, but he was still part of the team. Now Jamie obviously is a big basketball fan. He had a ton of these old basketball magazines. I believe he told me he bought them in a collection, but super cool for people who are my age who I guess never lost interest in basketball. This stuff is really, really nostalgic. Like, look at that. Now I wasn't too sure what these things were, but they were like movie poster type cutouts that had all these movies from yesteryear. Remember 2012? That was meant to be the end of the year. And we're still here 12 years on. Cool Batmobile here. I'm not too sure what Batmobile that's supposed to be from, but cool looking. It's blue. Oh, and I almost forgot. You got little Batman here who greets you as you walk into the shop. And he's got some Mentos. It's just a nice way of telling you that your breath stinks. Do something about it. And he's also got the hottest property in all of collecting right now, which is VHS tapes. Here's a closer look at some of the action figures he has. Some Ghostbusters. I'm not actually sure which Ghostbusters this toy line is from. And these NECA Ninja Turtle figures are some of the greatest looking figures of all time. Now he also had basketball action figures. I actually wouldn't mind a Michael Jordan action figure because Michael Jordan was such a big deal when I was a kid. Here's me flicking through some Pokemon cards, pretending I know what I'm looking at. But anyway, we're going to tune in with Jamie, the man himself, and have a little bit of a chat. All right, this is Jamie.
Hey, Simon.
Jamie, tell us about the pop-up.
So I guess the pop-up is my little side hustle. Been doing this for almost 10 years. I've got the space now that I can start doing this on a more of a permanent basis. So I thought I'd give it a go today, and hopefully in the new year do it more regularly. So. And
usually we see you at shows like comic fairs, toy fairs.
Yeah, comic fairs. I'm normally at Yarraville. Some of the more specific card fairs. Geelong Comic Book and Toy Fair as well. And I hope to be in some of the larger ones next year as well. So
nice. And what's the plan with this pop-up store going forward, mate? What are the plans for the new year?
Hopefully at least maybe every Saturday per month, or every Saturday, maybe every fortnight. We'll see how we go. Yeah, I'd like to do like a new sort of product wall just behind you there.
Oh, nice.
So I've got a few ideas from just some customers that have come in today. So.
And is the store going to be called, are you going to have a name for the store?
Well, my business is called ECLECTABLE.
Yeah, so that's going to be the shop name, you mean?
Yeah, which is basically an eclectic mix of collectibles. So I major in probably the trading card space, but when I started the business almost 10 years ago, it was mainly toys. So I've sort of stuck with that ethos. I do like to have a little bit of everything. So
nice. Excellent. Well, I'm going to leave your Instagram in the description below, so follow him to find out more of these events. Awesome.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Snickers car. So before I leave the collectibles, I thought I'd get some close-ups of some cool stuff, like the first Harley Quinn right there, straight out of Jamie's collection. And do stick around because I'm going to show you guys my haul I picked up from Big City Comics, and I did also pick up something small from ECLECTABLE. Alright, we're going to do a car haul. Before I show you what I picked up today, it's a cool store. Obviously very small, but there was definitely a variety of stuff, as you can probably see. So Jamie there said he was going to maybe do this a little more regularly, maybe every Saturday or maybe every, couple of Saturdays when the new year starts. So do follow him on Instagram at ECLECTABLES. Stay up to date with when he announces he's going to be opening the shop if you want to check it out yourself. As you can see, a bit of everything. Very heavy on the trading cards, so if you're a trading card person, Pokemon cards, basketball cards, you had a lot of that stuff, but also a lot of toys, comic books. The comic books, he was telling me that it's pretty much what's left of his collection because he kind of got out of comic books. I actually was in the shop talking to him for about 2 hours. So I had a good chat with him, and yeah, just talk shop for a little bit. So yeah, we'll see more of him in the future, and obviously again, make sure you follow his Instagram if you want to go to his shop in person. Alright, so firstly, from Marks, I really was strapped for cash today, as I always am, and I've got Comic-Con tomorrow as well, Oz Comic-Con Christmas. Most of the stuff I picked up from Mark was stuff that's been in there for a while. I decided to pick up all the weirdly shaped books. So, for example, I got 2 magazine-sized books in here. Oh, firstly, here's some art done by Dragon Barbarian. Dragon is one of Mark's customers. He used to be in the comment sections of my videos a bit. He's a funny guy, a little bit camera shy, but he had some art there. He actually did this art when he was about, I think he said early 20s. So pretty cool stuff there. So I picked up a couple of magazine-sized books that I had sitting in my holds pile. First one is Somna. This is one of the Distillery releases from Distillery. I think that's a Frism. Might be a Frism cover there. It's actually a wraparound as well. Somna was like a horror, erotic kind of story, and then this one here. I really should read some of these, but there's another beautiful Jenny Frison cover there. This I already have a copy of, but I ordered 2 when it came out. I didn't realize they were doing like a whole bunch of these covers. This is the Graveyard Club. It's a really thick book, and it's the Erica Slaughter variant. That was the first Erica Slaughter variant I saw that they were releasing, so I was like, oh, I'm going to order 2 of those because this is going to be something that's sought after in a bit. And then I found out they did a whole bunch of, a whole month full of Erica Slaughter variants across different titles. Speaking of Erica Slaughter, what is this? The Art of Something's Killing the Children. Oh yeah, that's cool. So this came out, it's another sort of square bound book, and it actually just collects different covers from the series, so that's super cool because there are just so many covers from that series, so many that I want that I may never be able to get, so you may as well collect it in a book. This is what I picked up for Sarah. Sarah picked up Snot Girl. She's reading that. There's a whole cover there. There's people in the car next to me and they're like, why is this guy talking to himself? There's a bunch of kids in the window. I can see out the corner of my eye, like, what's he doing? He's talking to himself and showing books through the window. He's crazy. And then the last book I picked up from Mark, this is an interesting one. Death at Death's Door. This is like, oh sweet, it's actually like a manga style as well. This is from the pages of the Sandman. Death, but in like manga form. So yeah, I ordered that a while ago. That's actually been sitting in my holds for quite some time. I don't know if this is the best way to get into the character, but yeah, I read some of the old Neil Gaiman Death stories that came out a long time ago, and I quite enjoyed the character. So, but yeah, I don't know if that manga is really the best way to, wouldn't be really a good jumping on point for Death. And then the last thing I picked up is what I picked up from Jamie at ECLECTABLES. He had this one figure, and I liked how he had loose figures, because you guys know I actually prefer to collect my figures loose. And you know what, I've already got one of these characters, so I don't know what I'll do with the other one now. I might get rid of it, or maybe I'll hold on to both, because I don't like doubling up on characters. And this is not a McFarlane figure, but I might put it with my McFarlane stuff. This is a Catwoman figure. I don't know if you can really see it through the bag there well. Just a really nice looking figure. It was 15 bucks. It's got a spare head, it's got its accessories. So for $15, I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll put this with my DC Multiverse figures and see how that goes. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I picked up. I'll leave a link to Jamie's Instagram in the description, obviously. Otherwise, you would have seen it in the video. So make sure you follow him if you want to check out collectibles for yourself. Obviously, stay tuned. And obviously, like he said, he's planning on expanding and doing some more stuff in there, making the, you know, filling that room up a little bit more. So we'll definitely head there again in the future. We'll definitely see more of Jamie in future videos at fairs and things. So yeah, that's all for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content like this, other places I've been to, check out the playlist in the description below for all my vlogs. And until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.